Yeah, okay, good morning, afternoon, and evening. It's the guy you should believe in. Dropping heat like every season. Underdog like Willie Beeman. Classic like Dom singing. Blasting like bombs ringing.
Your name will be a part of it.
Son of a I want to just... What's up, boys? Take 3, part 11. NCAA is currently out, but that game, you know what I'm saying? I put out a lot of clips talking as I watch it, they did change a lot from just looking at it. It is changed a lot. We'll probably buy it once it goes on sale. There's no reason. We mostly talk about the NFL. There's no reason to make college football vids. We don't really talk about it, but... So we are going to be the only creator making flipping Madden videos for the next 6 months. Hell yeah. Let's go. What are we doing today? Today is the same as always, but a little different. We talked about the AFC North, and we predicted how the AFC North would do. Defensive players of the year, offensive players of the year, who's going to win that division, and then MVP. Me and Dev both said Ravens Bengals winning that. But then the big dispute was Steelers Browns. I said the Steelers were going to be third, Browns were going to be fourth. He argued the Browns were going to be third, 3, and then the Steelers were going to be 4. And we went back and forth for a while. So today in Madden NFL 24, we're just going to be simming year 1, probably like 5 times in a row, maybe. I don't know. And we're going to collect enough stats to decide next year in the AFC North, who's top dog, who's the little chihuahua pissing on the carpet, and then who's the rat, and then who's the cricket. You know what I'm saying? Not sure how this one's going to work out. I do believe whenever a team's in the playoffs, we'll do the same as always. We'll watch it, try and get them to a Super Bowl. I think we're going to take out the Super Bowl rule for this. If a team wins the Super Bowl, we're going to take that out. We won't end the video there. We'll keep going. And this is probably what we're going to be doing for a little bit here, as we're going to go through every division and predicting how they do. So this might be a reoccurring theme for these Madden videos going forward. Anyways, boys, please like, comment, and subscribe. We are on a road to 1,000 subscribers. Small things do great things with motion, and we're trying to get some motion of the ocean. You know what I'm saying? And if you guys have any ideas for what I should do if I do get NCAA 25, what ideas I should do when playing these games, let me know. We currently don't talk much about college football, but I'm down to get into it if you are. Anyways, boys, it's a quick little intro. Let's get into it. What I think we're going to do is Ravens. I'm going to try and get the Ravens roster to kind of what it is right now, and then we'll sim a year. We'll take the stats down for that year, and then we'll move on to the Bengals, Steelers, and Browns with the same idea, trying to get the rosters to what they currently are, just like the major ones, not the little ones. So like for the Ravens, for example, we're going to try and get Derrick Henry because that's a major change. Anything that's not like game breaking, like Derrick Henry being on the Ravens is game breaking. Russell Wilson being on the Steelers is game breaking. So those ones we're going to try and get on there. Anything else that's smaller, that doesn't really matter as much, we're just going to leave. So I'm going to go get Derrick Henry on this team, and then we will take a look at what we're dealing with and get into this season. All right, just real quick, we just got rid of J.K. Dobbins and then Odell, because I don't believe if J.K. Dobbins is still on the Baltimore Ravens, which I believe he did get traded, he won't be starting. Derrick Henry will, so it's fine to get rid of him. Odell is no longer on the Ravens, and then we gave up a 3rd round pick just to get Derrick Henry on the team. And this is the team so far. Derrick Henry, 94 overall. Lamar, 91 overall. Mark Andrews, 95 overall. And then we do have Zay Flowers in the 2nd wide receiver slot. I'm not sure if I wanted to move him up or not. I don't think he was technically the number 1 till like later in the year. Technically, Rashad Bateman and Aguilar 79. So if he develops like crazy, he will just naturally get thrown into the number 1 slot throughout the season. So I think it will all kind of like work out the same way that it did last year for Zay. That is currently the roster right now. We didn't touch the defense at all. Defense is still the same. And let's get into year 1. Let's see how it's all working. Forgot to tell you guys, what we're looking for here is we both said Lamar Jackson would be the MVP. There's potential for Joe Burrow being offensive player of the year. And then for defensive player of the year, it was TJ Watt and Myles Garrett. So those are the names that we're looking for the end of the season goals. Alrighty, and not very surprising, the Ravens went 14-3, Bengals 13-4, and then the Steelers 7-10, Browns 6-1. So that is a win for me on how I predicted it would go. This is an exact replica of how I predicted it. So it is 1-0, the white man versus the black man. the Ravens are in the wild card playoffs. Let's see if the Bengals are in as well. The Bengals are, they are the 5th seed. I'm covering it. They are playing the Jags. The Ravens are the 1st seed, so we will just sim to the 2nd week of the playoffs and then see who we are playing. We are playing the 10-7 Bills. They are 86 overall. We are 87. I don't know. They still have Stephon Diggs on the team. I don't know. But let's get into it and let's see how they do. And don't think I forgot. We'll check out the stats, but at the very end of everything, we'll check out the stats. Okay, so 31-17, 25 seconds left. We win and we advance to the conference championships. Now, the Bengals are playing the Chiefs right now. So we will go and look to see if the Bengals end up beating the Chiefs. And it's a Bengals-Ravens. But as it currently stands, we beat the Buffalo Bills 31-17. And we're playing the Chiefs, so that means that the Chiefs knocked out the Bengals in the divisional round. We are going up against the 86 overall Chiefs, same as the Bills, but we are 87 overall. Again, it's really a 50-50. It just depends on if EA Orlando has enough fluids from last time we simmed a Madden franchise to pump out another rope on the Kansas City Chiefs. That's the only indicator on whether or not we beat the Chiefs. Does EA Orlando have that dog in them to pump out another rope? Who knows? We will see. Let's get into it, boys. It's 31-14 currently in the 3rd quarter, so it's looking like we're going to win this game, but you never know how Patrick Mahomes is going to do. We're expanding this lead heavily in the 4th, and that was a dominant performance. 38-14 in the conference championships. They absolutely destroyed the Chiefs. So EA Orlando was all roped out. They were all pumped out of fluids. They have to go to the store and buy some more electrolytes for next time. Lamar Jackson comes out with 232 yards, 0 TDs, and an 80% completion rating. So I'm guessing they ran the ball heavily. Let's take a look real quick. Oh my God. Derrick Henry had 21 attempts, 102 yards, and 5 TDs. And what is even crazier is Lamar Jackson had 18 attempts and 1 yard more than the running back with 5 TDs. He had 103 yards off of 8 attempts. But Derrick Henry scoring 5 TDs. Same way that in Tennessee, he would will their team into the playoffs and potentially to a playoff win. He willed the Ravens into a Super Bowl. Absolutely insane. And Isaiah Pacheco only had 15 yards in this game, so they could not run against our defense, but we just shredded them running the ball. So EA Orlando could not take the disrespect that I threw on them. So they reloaded, got pumped full of fluids and decided to just start blasting Danny DeVito style. Started blasting. And of course, the Cowboys went 16-1. They are the team that we are playing in the Super Bowl. They are 88 overall. I think we've gotten too lucky with the Madden gods, and I think we're going to lose this. It's so bizarre that in Madden, the Chiefs are EA Orlando's side chick. That's just like when the main bay is not doing the job right, they go to the Kansas City Chiefs and they're like, it's your turn now. This is EA Orlando's girlfriend. This is the main team that EA Orlando's busting ropes all over. So I doubt we're going to win this, but let's hop into it. It is the Super Bowl, so that means I get to play one drive on offense, baby. I gotta play one. I gotta chug a beer before I start doing this. I gotta get ready for this, but that means I get to play one drive. Let's get into it, boss. Let's get into it. Alrighty, so on the opening drive of Dallas versus Ravens in the Super Bowl, we get an interception, and then now it is time for us to play, boys. 1st and 10 on the 30 because we got that interception. Ooh, I've never seen this set before, actually. Are they gonna blitz here, or are they just dropping back? Let's test it, because this is a touchdown if they are blitzing, and they are. What was that? That would have been a TD, baby. That would have been. We read that too. Oh God. And maybe I should have chosen a different play for that. Okay, Andrews and likely should be the main guys here with how this defense is looking. I'm definitely looking on Andrews for sure. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. We're cooking a little bit. This should be a touchdown, but we never know. When Zane's in the red zone, he gets a little sweaty. Gets a little hot. We want to do a power option. I don't even remember how to flip in. I think it's left bumper to toss it, right? It is! Oh, it Derrick Henry with the TD. Oh, that was such a little smooth little flick there. Did you guys see that? I was like, I think it's left buffer. I just prayed to the Madden gods that it was, and it was. Very quick drive. We go up by 6, and then now it is all up to these boys to see if they can beat Orlando's wife. Can they do it? Let's find out. And honestly, I think that's only right. I mean, NCAA 25 just came out. We scored the Super Bowl with a little throwback to NCAA 25 because I don't think anybody does a power option in Madden. That is an NCAA 25 staple. So I think it's only right. It came out today when I'm recording this. It is out today. All right, everything's popping up now. Okay, stop immediately. Now it's 13 zip. 14 zip. Into the second quarter, still 21 zip. Dallas drives, and they get a field goal. We're driving. We haven't scored in a long ass time, and that's making me a little worried. 21-18 in the fourth. Oh, we get stopped at the halfway mark. Okay, minute 30. We were ahead. They came back in the fourth. Now it's 25-21 with a minute 30. We have the ball. Gotta score. We have to score here. Let's get into it. Let's see. All right, 1st and 10 on the 25. Empty. They're starting out on first down, starting out an empty. Pass to, oh my God, who is that? That Bateman? Just big bodied that boy. No huddle. They have 3 timeouts though. 1st and 10 on the 43. He takes the snap. Oh my God, what a beautiful pass to Zay Flowers, and that's a touchdown. 2 plays, that's all they needed. 2 plays to take the lead. That is leaving a lot of time on the clock for the Dallas Cowboys to come back. I am a little worried. There's a minute for them to score. All Dallas needs is a field goal to take it to overtime. If they score, they win. Tony Pollard has 105 rushing yards. Yeah, right. All right, 1st and 10. Tight set. Ooh, a lot of time in the pocket. He basically dumps it down. Burned a timeout. That's kind of smart. The fact that they burned it so early kind of makes me think that they are just trying to get in the field goal range. And they're almost there too. They just need a little bit more and they're in field goal range. Play action. Dak scrambling. Throws a deep ball. And he's got it. They are in field goal range. Now they're going no huddle. Oh no, they took a timeout, but it's just like... They're back on the ball. They're running it. So they are going to run the clock out, kick a field goal, and take it to overtime, is what I am guessing. Oh, play action. They're going for the win here. No shot! When I really think about it, I can't even be like mad or surprised because this happens every fucking time. Luke Schoonmaker catches it in basically what was triple coverage. Destroys 3 people in the Baltimore Ravens defense and then runs it in for a touchdown to win them the Super Bowl because there's 18 seconds left, and I doubt the Ravens are going to be able to come back with 18 seconds left. Who knows though, but it's looking like a wrap here, boys. We'll watch the rest of it, but it's looking like a wrap. Honestly, we were destroying the Cowboys, and then in like the 3rd and 4th quarter, they just went on a run, like a crazy one. It was like 21-3 for the longest time. Yeah, Orlando, they had enough loads this time around. They had enough loads. They had enough ropes to throw on the Dallas Cowboys. So Dallas wins again. Dak's probably going to be Super Bowl MVP. Son of a I want to just... Alrighty, and the stats for this season for the Ravens. Lamar had 3,500 yards, basically 69% completion rating, 32 TDs to 8 interceptions. That's pretty damn good. Derrick Henry had 277 attempts, 1,500 yards, 13 TDs. Absolutely insane from him. And then Nelson Aguilar was actually the #1 wide receiver with 72 receptions, 849 yards, and 5 TDs. And Mark Andrew had 69 receptions, 772 yards, and 10 TDs. And then way down here at the bottom is Zay Flowers, the man who had a great season in real life. He's way down at the bottom. So maybe I should have thrown him at the #1 slot. Who knows though? We made it to the Super Bowl with Nelson Aguilar as our top wide receiver. So that was cool. And that is year 1. Let's take a look at the end of the season rewards. Dak Prescott won NFL MVP. Coach of the year was Mike McCarthy. Offensive player of the year was CeeDee Lamb. Okay, so nobody in our division won any yearly award at all. It was dominated by the Cowboys. So that's the end of the Ravens year. Let's do the opposite. Let's go with who I think is going to be the worst, and let's do the Browns. let's get into that one. All right, and the only thing we need to change for the Browns is that they acquired Jerry Jeudy for a third and a fourth. Let's go do that real quick, and then we'll get into the season. All right, and this is the team. Deshaun Watson is the quarterback. He's only 78 overall, which is crazy. Nick Chubb is a 97 overall. Amari Cooper, 91 overall. Peoples-Jones is the third wide receiver, 79. And then Jerry Jeudy, the guy we just picked up, is an 83 overall, and he is the second wide receiver. And then Njoku, obviously, crazy tight end, 85 overall. Basically just your O-line and then your defense. Didn't touch anything at all except for getting Jerry Jeudy on the team, and they are 87 overall going into this season. So let's get into it, boys, and let's see how we do. Okay, so I kind of this is going to be a point of me agreeing with Devin. They're 89 overall with a 91 offense, and they went 5-12. Statistically, that doesn't make sense, but that is what they did. It is the exact same as last year. Ravens first, Bengals second, Steelers third, and then Browns last. But they are at 89 overall. That's actually insane. Let's take a look at the stats and see why they are failing so much. Just like that, I think we kind of found the reason. Deshaun Watson had 3,500 yards. Still great. 307 completions on 460 attempts. 25 TDs to 17 interceptions. That is more than 50% of the time he threw a touchdown. He also threw a pick. That's pretty trash. A 66% completion rating, and he was sacked basically 30 times. So that might be an indicator. Let's look at rushing. Nick Chubb had 1,000 yards, 261 attempts, and 10 TDs. So it was not rushing. They were able to run the ball fantastic. Jerry Jeudy, the guy we just picked up, had 70 receptions, 886 yards, and 3 TDs. Amari Cooper had 65 receptions, 876 yards, and 8 TDs. And then Peoples-Jones had 71 receptions for 854 yards and 7 receptions. And David Njoku was not utilized well at all. So that might be an indicator as well. He only got thrown to 46 times, 436 yards, and 1 TD. So that might be an indicator right there. But even so, I mean, these aren't bad stats. I mean, you have 3 guys with 800 yards, basically even amount of TDs except for Jerry Jeudy. I mean, that's all right. Let's take a look at defense real quick. Jeremiah Osua Karoma had 100 solos. Is that even right? He had 100 solo tackles. 100 solo tackles. Okay, so he carried our defense. Where the hell is Myles Garrett? Myles Garrett is down at the bottom with 36 solo tackles and 8.5 sacks. Remember the time that Aaron Donald had 21.5 sacks? I mean, it makes Myles Garrett look very underwhelming. At least in Madden, it makes him look underwhelming, only having 8.5. They are 22nd in total offensive yards, 11th in defensive yards allowed, 23rd in points scored, 28th in points allowed. That doesn't make any sense to me. There's something this game does that I don't know about, to where you can have a 91 overall offense and 89 overall defense, and then be ranked 20 and under in all team statistical categories. Very interesting, but also a very quick one because they did not make the playoffs, so we do not get to watch them. And of course, the Cowboys beat the Chiefs. Yeah, of course. NFL MVP was Josh Allen. Coach of the Year, Mike McCarthy. Offensive Player of the Year was Josh Allen. Defensive Player of the Year, Micah Parsons, Bijan Williams. Okay, so nobody in our division won any yearly awards for the Browns season. Just a quick little call back, checking in, and then now let's get into the next one. So the next team we're going to look at is the Steelers. And this one we are going to have to do a little bit of maneuvering for. I don't know if I want to get Justin Fields on the team. I don't know how much he'll really impact it, but we for sure are getting Russell Wilson on this bitch. Alrighty, and we sent Deontay Johnson and Kenny Pickett to Denver, and we got Russell Wilson. I know that's not the real trade, but I do know Deontay Johnson is no longer on the team, so is Kenny Pickett, so it just makes sense. Let's take a look at the team really quick. 80 overall George Pickens, 83 overall Najee Harris, 77 overall Russell Wilson, Allen Robinson is what I'm guessing his name is, and then Peter Freiermuth is 85 overall, and then of course they have a stellar defense. This team is statistically worse than the Browns, and the Browns went 5-12, I want to say 2 years in a row, and the Steelers have beaten them. So this team is actually 81 overall with these changes, so they are lower than what they usually are. But let's take a look and let's see, are they better than the Browns? Because as it stands right now, they are. But we're gonna add a little bit more points to the teams where we're specifically looking at them. So if they go worse, We might just add 2 points to the Browns, right? So right here, right now, to tie it up. But let's get into it. The Steelers have went 6-11. The Browns have went 7-10. And again, Ravens on top, Bengals in second. That's usually how it goes. Let's take a look at the stats, and then we will take a look at the yearly rewards for this team. Russell Wilson, 3,667 yards, 544 attempts on 351 completions, 22 TDs to 23 interceptions. We understand why. We know now. He threw more interceptions than he did TDs. That's atrocious. 64% completion rating. He was only sacked 24 times. That's average. He's just ass. Rushing, Najee Harris had 1,000 yards. Yeah, right. And 12 TDs. That's kind of believable. Receiving, George Pickens was not the number one. Yeah, right. Allen Robinson, the guy who was in the wide receiver 2 spot, ended up getting 85 balls, 1,000 yards and 6 TDs. And George Pickens got 78 receptions, 923 yards and 6 TDs. That's the Russell Wilson way, I guess. Just underutilizing everybody. Almost 2 guys with 1,000 yards though, but still ass, still terrible. Cole Holcomb had almost 100 solo tackles. TJ Watt had 49 solo tackles, and then 10.5 sacks per game, and then 10 tackle for losses per game. So a pretty good year from him. Let's take a look at the yearly rewards and see how everything's going so far. The Baltimore Ravens, now just from the 2 that we have looked at, they have been to the Super Bowl twice. They lost one and then they won the second one. Lamar Jackson is obviously Super Bowl MVP. He wins NFL MVP, and they beat the San Francisco 49ers 28-24. Offensive Player of the Year was Lamar Jackson again. Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. Rookie of the Year, Bijan. Whatever. We didn't win any awards except for the Ravens. So that is it for the Steelers franchise. Now the last franchise we're going to look at is the Bengals, and I don't think they've made too many roster moves. I know that they have a new running back. I'll have to look it up, and then we will go and get that running back on our team. I want to say it's Aaron Jones for whatever reason. I will look it up though. This is the current roster. Obviously Jamar Chase at 94 overall, Joe Burrow at 95 overall, Zach Moss is our new running back at 72 overall, T. Higgins is our wide receiver 2 at 88 overall, and then their tight end, I want to say they have a different tight end. I don't remember any of these names in the tight end slot. I feel like there should be somebody else in the tight end slot. Either way, this is the team. They're 84 overall. They are on the same length as the Steelers, basically, for overall. It's so surprising that the Browns are doing so terrible. I have no idea why, especially in Madden. Let's get into this season and see how the Bengals do. Hopefully we get a playoff run so we can watch a little bit, but who knows? Okay, boys, for the most part, this has been a regular Madden video until we get to the Bengals, where the Bengals have gone 10-7. They are first in their division. And then the Steelers, Browns, and Ravens have gone 9-8, 9-8, and 9-8. The fact that the Steelers and the Browns did better than the Ravens, I have no idea what's going on. From last video, it was atrocious, and then this video, it was really calm, and I was just like, yeah, this is great. This is great for all of us. Like we just get a normal sort of Madden video until the Bengals. Now it's all messed up again. EA Orlando's doing too much crack, put too much shit in their pipe, and now they can't be stopped. But the Bengals are in the playoffs, so let's watch it. Let's see if they make a Super Bowl. They're playing the Chargers in the playoffs. I don't know. 38-21. We have a 10-point lead, and we extend out to 45-28 in the fourth. I doubt that they're going to be able to make a comeback, and they didn't. In the playoffs, first round of playoffs, we smoked the Chargers 45-35. It was not that close. They came back at the very end. They always do that. It's like a dominant game, and then the score ends up being closer than it is. But we advance from the wild card onto the divisional. Let's see who we are playing. Alrighty, so we are playing the Buffalo Bills in the divisional round. They're 86 overall. We are 86 overall. They have a better defense. We have a better offense. Let's see how this works out. And let's see, do we make it to the conference championships? 31-28 with a minute 33 left. We need to stop the Buffalo Bills to advance to the AFC Conference Championship. Let's take a look. First 10 on the 25. Quick little pass, little dump down. All right, 2nd and 6 on the 29. 3 wide receivers to the right and a tight end on the left. Throws to his tight end, who is wide open. Wow, what a ginormous play. Making it 1st and 10 on the opponent's 45, so the Bengals 45. 1 tight end, 3 wide receivers, so standard set, really. Tight end's going out. He takes the snap. He is scrambling. Off his back foot, he throws a duck. It is now 2nd and 10 on the 45 with a minute left. Stops the clock. No tight end. 4 wide receivers and a running back on the 45. Josh Allen takes the snap, drops back. Ooh, almost sacked, but he gets it out to Diggs. It is now 1st and 10, 50 seconds left. Clock is running on the 27. He takes the snap, play action, drops back. Deep ball. Oh my God, deep ball for a TD. Jesus Christ. That should not have been a TD, by the way. Let's watch the replay. Deontay Hardy should not have been a TD. Look at this corner right here. On his ass, he even jumps out. He just jumps in the wrong direction and does not get his hand on the ball. Should not have been a TD. That means that the Bengals have 42 seconds to get a TD, because if they kick a field goal, they do not tie it up. So they need a touchdown to tie it up and go to overtime. Well, they need a touchdown to win this game. They cannot kick a field goal. Why are you running it out? You have 39 seconds now. Why are you running it out? That's so stupid. Joe Burrow and the Bengals are on the 21 with 39 seconds left. They have 3 timeouts. It is looking like standard set, no tight end. Joe Burrow takes the snap. Quick dump, incomplete. Now 2nd and 10 on the 21. T. Higgins doesn't seem to know what the hell he's doing. No tight end again. 4 wide receivers, play action. Joe Burrow is sacked. Jesus Christ, they have to take a timeout. 3rd and 14 on the 17. Still no tight end. Looks like 4 wide receivers, I'm guessing, on that far end. The close end, I mean. Deep ball down, and they catch it. That's inbounds. He falls out of bounds, stopping the clock, taking it back to the 44. It's now 1st and 10, 26 seconds left. They can do this if they play smart. Play action. Like a play action is going to work in this scenario, but throws it into triple man coverage. 20 seconds left. Joe Burrow just fell on his ass. Oh, Jesus Christ. 2nd and 10, 20 seconds left on the 44. Empty. And then a contested pass and empty. He chose to go contested. 3rd and 10, 17 seconds left on the 44. T. Higgins still has no idea what the doing out on the field. It is empty again. No, never mind. That was 2 tight ends. They did a wide receiver / tight end screen. Now they have 2 running backs in the backfield. Fantastic. Awesome. Takes the snap. He's scrambling. Dumps it down. It is now, game is over. The Bengals lose 31-25. They had the lead, they gave it up, and then they shit the bed like they just... A lactose intolerant person took 3 Xanax, had a great time in the bathroom. That's what happened here. We shit ourselves, and we lose. So that is it for the Bengals. Let's take a look at the stats and how they did, and then we will take a look at the yearly awards and see how they did. Alrighty, so Joe Burrow had 4,000 yards, 38 TDs, 6 interceptions, 72% completion rating, and it was only sacked 20 times. What a great season Joe Burrow had. It just wasn't enough. Zach Moss, 275 attempts, 891 yards, and 13 TDs. So he for sure was our red zone guy. Joe Burrow, surprisingly enough, had 300 yards rushing. He does not rush, and he had 5 rushing TDs. He's not a rushing QB. I don't know why he has that many yards, but who gives a f***? Jamar Chase had 93 receptions, 1,000 yards, and 11 TDs. Tyler Boyd had 1,000 yards and 10 TDs. And then T. Higgins, the wide receiver 2, got the wide receiver 3 type of numbers, only 62 receptions. 30 less than the number 1. He had almost 1,000 yards and 4 TDs. Still great, still all right. I really wish T. Higgins got used a lot more than he actually did. But that is the stats so far. Oh my God. Jermaine Pratt had 108 solos. And then Logan Wilson had 105 solos. Those 2 carried this flipping defense. But that is the stats. Let's take a look at the yearly awards. Alrighty. So it was the Chiefs Seahawks in this year's Super Bowl. Chiefs win, obviously, Patrick Mahomes Super Bowl MVP, but the glaze doesn't stop there, as NFL MVP was Dak Prescott. Offensive Player of the Year was actually Josh Jacobs for the Raiders. Defensive Player of the Year was Max Crosby, and then again, Offensive Rookie of the Year, Bijan, and then Devin Witherspoon. So nobody in our division won anything again. So that sums up the Bengals season. Pretty underwhelming. I was hoping a lot more from them, but they shit the bed against the Bills, I guess. If they played the Chiefs, who knows? Maybe they would have went to the Super Bowl. But in this scenario, they shit the bed. Alrighty, boys, and that is it for today's video. Basically, what we said was correct. Ravens #1, Bengals #2, and then this is where it gets dicey. Steelers versus Browns. Because when we switched Kenny Pickett with Russell Wilson, they did terrible, awful, which I think most of you guys would agree that they would probably be better off with Russell Wilson than Kenny Pickett, but Madden obviously does not think so. They hate Russell Wilson. Looking throughout the seasons, the Steelers were consistently better than the Browns, so we will say I am right in that the Steelers are better than the Browns, even though we gave the Browns 2 points because when we switched the QBs, the Steelers did terrible. The Bengals, Browns, and Ravens season, the Steelers were recorded better than the Browns. So overall, they were better. So I'm going to take a W on that. Nobody except for Lamar Jackson ever won any yearly awards. So apparently the AFC North is ass and bunts, even though that is not the case in real life. But who fucking knows anymore? I don't know anymore. This game's trash. This game's absolutely fucking awful. But anyways, boys, please like, comment, and subscribe. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I know that you know that I'm not telling the truth. Sorry, that's from a different show. Comment down below if you know what show that's from. Small things, and you guys have a lot of small things. So do I. Small things turn into bigger things with excitement. And when you subscribe, you know, they grow bigger over time when you subscribe. So please subscribe and make things bigger for me. But that is it for Madden. I will be back next Saturday with another Madden video. Shit, I might have to just pivot to NCAA 25. I don't know how well these videos are going to do now that NCAA 25 is out. Either way, I hope your week's great. Hope your month's great. Hope your life is great. And I hope your evening or morning is great whenever you are watching this. Me personally, it's terrible. I have yet to secure a goth mommy who wants to cuddle me and squeeze me aggressively. But all we can do is try and push forward. Every day is a new day in history. Some shit like that. But anyways, boys, this has been it for Zane in take 3. We figured out I am right again and Devin is wrong again. Ka-chow, baby.